Hey there, everybody. Welcome back with the Purplatypus is the name, and we're doing something a little bit different today. I'm actually here to promote a Kickstarter. And I know it's a little weird because I have literally, I think, never done a video like this. However, this game holds a special spot in my heart, essentially. So, the game Kickstarter is called Hymn to the Earless God. And so we're going to kind of go through, we'll watch the trailer, and then there'll be a link in the description, yada, yada, yada. You'll notice this is at $0. It is not currently live yet. I'm recording this before the Kickstarter is live. I got early access because the creator of this game actually created one of my favorite RPGs of all time. Indie, it's just him, just this guy. It was a wonderful guy, Casey. So Jimmy and the Pulsating Mass is a game that you've probably not heard of unless you are a huge Purplatypus fan and you've been following me for a long time. And there's a good chance it's none of you. No offense. I'm sure you like me now. But if you want to go back and look at old Plat, right here, same chair, same room, but this video came out 5 years ago. It has 53 views, and let's look at Jimmy and the Pulsating Mass. I released this video in 2018 at some point, and you can kind of go through. I'm going to leave a link in this down there below, so if you want to kind of know my opinions on that. I did stream the entire playthrough, but it was back on Twitch, and those streams I think are long gone, but there are wonderful highlights from the game, so you can take a look at what the original game, Jimmy and the Pulsating Mass was like. Jimmy and the Pulsating Mass was a game, this is not what we're here to talk about, but just to give you a quick idea, it's a game that was heavily inspired by, from what I could tell and what I was told, Earthbound. It's very wacky and silly, and so it's like Earthbound, but it also has a lot of Final Fantasy V with its class system and stuff like that. The game is still available to buy, and also I do recommend you going and playing it. But the point of this video is that Casey has finally announced his new game, and it's going to Kickstarter, and I am so excited to support him. I am going to be backing it at the highest one, tier 5, Earless God, $160. If he puts one for $250, I'm going to back that one too. That's how much I am excited and I believe in this project and what he is able to do. But a few key differences between this game and Jimmy and the Pulsating Mass, if you happen to be familiar with that. This game appears, I'm sure it's going to have some comedic moments. I asked actually the developer about that. But the game overall, it appears to me to have a much more serious and dark tone to it. And the inspirations it draws from are different. It's still a classic turn-based RPG, but if we look at the combat system for this game, this one is a very like almost Dragon Quest. You can see, these are your characters down here. These are the enemies, right? By the way, great enemy design. Whereas this one is more like a Chrono Trigger style of fight, and maybe even a little bit of Final Fantasy X. I don't know. There was like some sort of order system. You can see on the right side of the screen there. But if you want to get an idea of what the quality of this game is, there is a demo available. I will leave a link to the Kickstarter, a link to my old video here talking about Jimmy and the Pulsating Mass, and a link to the demo for this game down below. So that way you guys could do everything you want to there. But then I recommend you join the Discord as well. I'm sure there'll be links on here and all that stuff. Like, this guy I'm sure he's got all that stuff. But if you want to have any idea about the quality of this game and what we can expect from this game, I highly recommend you go back and you play Jimmy in the Pulsating Mass. In fact, you can even see here, I have it in my buy link. I have a buy link in here already because I wanted to have it. It's currently $15 on Steam. And you can you can play the entire game. This game is long. Actually, you know what? Want to take a look at how many hours I have in the game? Let's find out. I was looking at Wizard 101, all right? I'll be honest with you. But I didn't play it, and you can't prove otherwise. All right, let's go to content, I think. Yes, I have an anime titty girlfriend, all right? That's just how we do. Maybe it's profile. This is, just deal with this for a second, all right? All recently played. You can see I played the Sea of Stars demo. All games by name. Let's go to Jimmy. I only did one playthrough of it, by the way. I never started a second playthrough. I didn't feel like there was a need to do a second playthrough, but there is a lot of I did not complete all the side content. That's what I want to say. There was a lot of side content left to do with including the big bad super dungeon at the end. Why didn't I finish it? Basically, other games came out. I had played this game a lot, and I was ready to move on. Jimmy and the Pulsating Mass, 53.2 hours. So that was for my playthrough. And I probably could have gotten another 20, 30 hours out of it if I would have just done everything, right? So I do recommend. It's a good game of good length, right? Like $15 for 50 hours for a playthrough. And that was with some side content, but not a lot. So I highly recommend it. If you want an idea also, like the music is really good in this game. He does all of his own music as an indie developer. I don't know if that's going to continue, but in Jimmy and the Pulsating Mass, he did all of his own music. So I just wanted to take a second to show you one of my favorite songs. You could find this if you look up Jimmy and the Pulsating Mass full soundtrack. You'll be able to listen to the entire soundtrack on YouTube, almost 3 hours long. But Adventuring for Beginners is a song that is one of my favorite video game songs, and I wanted to share it with you guys to kind of help celebrate what's going to come up. And then we're going to watch, we're not going to listen to the whole thing, but we're going to listen to a little bit of it, and then we're going to go watch the trailer for Hymn to the Earless God. I love this song. 1 second, right here. I love that song. And my other favorite song was Bucket of Stink, which I actually don't know if it's on here. It's another one that, yeah, this song is weird and gross. It's a weird and gross song, but this song feels to be more the direction the music for the new game is going, which is why I want to highlight this one as well. It's weird, okay, but I love it. Then it has this weird part right here. So you're gonna hear those themes, which and when I hear themes from the other game, that actually is a very positive thing for me because of how much I love the game. So let's go ahead and give this a view. All right, let's turn it down a little bit because this is gonna be cranked. I have seen this one time, but I don't remember it that well. The Great Alignment is almost upon us. Very vague. But look how fucking cool. The creator of Jimmy and the Pulsating Mass. The World of Gloom. Yes. I fucking love this trailer, man. Like, we could pause and kind of try to break this down, like what we're seeing here, right? So, I have a gameplay that I already recorded. I don't know if it's going live before or after this, but I wanted to play the game before doing this. But you can see here on the right side of the screen, we have the turn order, right? That's what this is. This one character, this is the enemy probably, and then us. So, you're going to be able to see if there's a lot of things exactly how we're going to go on. Also, there's a few other neat, things, nuanced things that we'll get into more in a different video. But if we look here, there's actually a good amount of information here. So there's HP, only 30 HP. There's something wrong with this character. I don't know what's going on with that. I haven't done that, but that seems too low comparatively to these, but I'm sure it's story related. Point is, you have HP, you have mana, and you have TP. So you have abilities that require TP, and then I assume you're going to learn magic as you go. And I noticed when I was playing the game, you got experience and you got spell EXP. So a separate type of EXP specifically for spells. Also, there's this yellow gauge below the the red gauge, which I know I don't think this was intentional, but I like that they show it when it could be maxed out here, like if you're at full HP, but then it shows that it's not tied to your HP, right? These are all at different levels comparatively to HP. So this is, I'm thinking some sort of overdrive gauge, limit break, things like that. Where maybe these characters have alts, maybe it's some sort of armor, I don't know, or shield. Maybe they have shields applied to them, and this is like, this will go down before that goes down. I don't know, but a lot of information actually here about the combat. "35 optional mercenaries with their own motives." So what I understand is there's 4 main characters that are you're gonna go through their own stories separately. That's a kind of Octopath Traveler style, which is that's my early impressions. I could be wrong, but it felt like it was an Octopath Traveler style. You go through a character story, you go through another character story, you go through another character story. Although I don't think you play as all of them at any point, but I could be wrong about that. But there's a bunch of mercenaries, and these mercenaries have their own passives, their own personalities. They'll react to things differently. Even in the Kickstarter, I think on the page, it's like if enemies, your mercenaries might run from a fight if they're fighting an enemy that previously traumatized them. They might betray you if they get a better offer. They might unlock new skills if you help them take revenge or complete their quest. So these aren't just like there's a lot of them, and I'm sure that they're going to be generic to some extent, but it sounds like there's a lot of work being put into these mercenaries to make them unique and interactive to the world. Now, I'm skeptical when I hear 35 or 40 that they could be that deep. However, maybe I'll be absolutely blown away. All right. It sounds like a fun system, though. Live and die on a hostile world. I died a lot in the demo. Starseed Games. Well, there we go. So that is the demo. That is the trailer. I know what it's called. And I'm excited. I cannot wait. I mean, and here, I am a day one truther, right? I have been playing this game. I played this game back when it first released. I don't even know how I heard about it, right? This game's sales aren't incredible or anything, but I told so many people to play this game. Like, people need to play this game. It's so good. And I still recommend you go and play it. But now is the time, I think, for him to the Earless Gods. I'm so excited. Now I'm just going to start talking in circles, and I'm going to being redundant, but this is a project that I'm passionate about, and I wanted to make a video supporting it. So thank you very much, Casey, for making this game. I hope for huge amounts of success. I hope you destroy these pledge goals, and I promise to do my part. And you know what? If you're watching this, I hope that you have faith in my taste in games, even if you haven't played the original. I hope you have some faith in my taste of games, knowing that if we like the same type of things, to help that be a good sale for you. But regardless, that's going to be all for today. Purplatypus is Purplatypus. You guys have a great day, week. Also, I should have mentioned this goes live on the 30th. That should be the day this video is going live. So it should be live as of the watching of this video. That's an important part. I'm not editing anything. That's what we're doing with. All right. Peace out. Much love. See you guys next time.